Cut for sound. How do we sound? Do we sound nice?
Yeah.
I do feel like my my beard tickles the mic. Yeah, and we get a lot of feedback. Seed
retention.
All right, so we're in here. This is episode 6. Welcome.
Oh, it's recording?
Oh, everything's going, Cal.
Yeah.
Will come. Welcome.
Will come.
They will come. We built it. Now we're going to make them come.
They're going to come.
We want you to come. If you're watching this right now, you should come.
Come join us.
That's what I mean. Well, that's how I meant it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you, though?
Wait, can we talk about, before we get to bullet points, though?
You and your secret fucking bullet points.
I got secret bullet points. I do. I'm going to take a little sip. Little sipple.
Just so everyone knows, he never lets me say them. He just Wild West it.
I got a fetish for being a mastermind. Yeah. I like to think, I fancy myself like
you're ahead of me. Because
anyone knows the plan, it fucks up the plan.
And didn't tell me about it.
Exactly.
Nice.
But if anyone knows the plan, it'll screw the plan up.
Right. You like it's authentic. The authentic. There's no scripted for me.
I'm like the government, Kev. I compartmentalize so that nobody gets to see the big picture.
You live in a skit.
I'm at the top of the pyramid. At least I mean, look, that's not really true, but I like to think of that. Can I start with because I just peed and I thought of a bullet point that I didn't write down. So I want to start with it.
Start with it. Let's go.
All right. I farted in the shower this morning.
Okay.
And I underestimated it. I didn't shit myself or anything. I know last episode
Did you paint the wall?
No. Just fart. There wasn't any particulate. But
visibles.
There might as well have been with the way that thing smelled. And when you're trapped in the, you're in the shower, I take a hot shower.
Steam, it's thick.
And then like you think you're clean, you got soap going,
Yeah.
Wow.
That's bad.
You got soap going and everything like that. So I was like, let
blowing bubbles in the shower.
Little fart bubbles. And when they land, they pop. And
full of fucking
green fog comes out. No, so I'm in the shower and I like did my my like beginning routine. And then I was like,
which is?
I always, go top down.
Top down. That's what I do.
Top down. Wash face first.
Top down.
I wash my face in the shower. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but
I do that, but that's always the last thing I do.
Oh, you do it at the end.
But I do top. I do top down.
So I did do too, and I farted. And it stunk so bad, Kev. I was trapped in there with it, and then I felt like I wasn't clean when I got out. And it just made me think of the chlorine farts. You ever fart in a pool?
Yeah.
And the smell is different.
You know what I know? Yeah, it's more chemically.
Something about the methane from the inside of your asshole.
Mixing with the fucking chlorine. And just
so bad.
Methyl chlorate.
Is that what it is? That sounded good.
Sounds good.
Some methyl chlorate.
What I hate is when you're in the shower and you're done everything. And then you got to shit.
And you got to shit.
And then you get out the shower.
Yeah.
Sopping wet. You take a shit and then you gotta once over it again. You gotta jump back in. You hiding them?
I know exactly what you mean. I'm hiding them. I saw your eyes wandering.
I wasn't reading nothing.
To add to your story, because I do agree with you. Like if I shower and then
by the way, can we all? Brian's got what we call an Uncle Joey.
Wait, don't get into that. I was going to get into it.
Okay, because if anybody's wondering why he's looking like he's got a fucking the opposite of a rubberneck. He's got
You're going to fucking jump the gun on my bullet points again.
Oh, okay. Well.
Okay, well, you go ahead, Kev, because you're kind of intuitive that way.
Me and my dad call it Uncle Joey.
Yeah.
When you have a stiff neck. Because my Uncle Joey broke his neck. And he just always, every time you call his name.
So I woke up with this. Just woke up with a crick.
Just a crick.
Crick embedded in my neck. Now, I know you believe in aliens. And I know they like to play with people's booties. They like to probe them.
Yeah.
My booty don't hurt. I think they got me. I think they got my neck, though. They were playing around in my spine. You got
one of them little pieces of metal they only see on
They chipped me. Mm-hmm. They chipped me. Now I got this crazy crick in my neck, Kevin. I can't get rid of it. I don't really know what to do. So I've been drinking a lot of water. I'm scratching.
That's good.
I broke my neck before.
What?
I didn't break it. Tom fucking bald bastard broke it.
Did he?
I'll tell you in a second. But can we just, before we get past it, just because when you got a shit and you're getting out of the shower, I wanted to touch on that. My least favorite part is, you got to dry off, but sometimes the shit demons. No, the shit demons are attacking you and you have to hurry up. So you sit down and now you're sliding all over the bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the wipe. Then you get TP all over your shit. Yeah, you might as well get another shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to invest in a bidet.
Dude, I've been wanting one of them. I've used one time in like this nice ass hotel.
Yeah, and you low key.
Actually, it wasn't a hotel. It was a condo that I was painting.
I know.
I used their bidet. First time fucking never using it full blast. Like, what the fuck? It was
you liked it.
It was a whole new world. It's
Is that was
you can't put the cat back in the bag.
I was gonna say, is this the beginning of a fetish?
No.
It's not how we got our start, is it?
That's fucking great. Hold up. What the fuck?
I'm teasing you. You're speechless. It's fine. I'm joking.
No, because you got these people thinking it's the start of a fetish.
That's so funny.
It's a very minor.
And a pervert was born that day. No, I'm teasing him. Wait, Tom broke my neck.
Yeah.
That's not on the list.
How did he break your neck?
Okay. Fran broke my cousin Mikey's arm, too.
Legitimately?
Yeah, he broke it, dude. Like, Mikey held his arm up like this, and it was like a Z, and it was just waggling. Yeah, bro. I'll get into that, too. You want to know both of those?
Yeah.
All right. So, when we were kids, we loved professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Big fans. Mm-hmm. I went to WrestleMania in Philly as a kid.
Was it Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Stone Cold was there.
Oh my God.
We went to a whole bunch of Monday Night Raws. We went to Raws. We went to Thursday Night SmackDowns. Me, my brothers, and my dad, right? He would take us. So, yeah, the pinky god.
That hurt. Just that.
I know. Imagine shaking the entire house with your pinky. It was intimidating when we were kids.
He had them sausages, too, right?
He had links.
Sturdy boys.
He had sausage links. Fucking legend. So anyway... Look, I was the youngest. I was the smallest. Tom was a beefy boy at the time. He's still kind of beefy, but I beat him in arm wrestling.
Yeah.
So I got that over him.
And but just a little bit more hair.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. He's bald. So we were wrestling, right? And it was like, I feel like my dad was on the boat. He wasn't home. And my mom might have ran in the store or something. We were roughhousing. As we did. Mm-hmm. Three boys, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Boys they're going to be a little rough.
Yeah.
So Tom would really love doing this to me. He would do, a power bomb. And then for anyone who
real power bomb?
Yeah, so anyone doesn't know what it is. He would fake gut shot me and I would fall and I would act like I would sell it too. I was good. I was a little 6-7-year-old selling it. I would be like folded over and he'd grab me by the head and he would ram my head in between his legs. So now I'm bent over with my head between his legs. He would reach around my waist.
So you're bent over with your head between his legs, and then he gives you a reach around.
But once I'm down there, he's doing like a celebration. He put his arms up, kind of flip the bird out. he was selling it too.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd be stuck down there underneath his sweaty thunder thighs. So then he'd grab me by the waist and he would lift up. And as he would lift up, my legs would come up behind his head and he would slam my back down into the table or not into the table, into the bed. And we would do this. We were good at it. We performed it. We sold it. It was good.
Yeah.
You know, he'd fake put me in a headlock.
That reminds me of something.
He'd fake put me in a headlock and my mom would come in and try to save me and I would grind my teeth as he like, and it would sound like my neck was cracking because I'd be like this. And he'd be twisting my head. We would sell it, you know? So he did it. We were doing a little too crazy this night and he did it and he powerbombed me and my neck landed on the corner of the mattress. So half my body was off the mattress and my neck was on the corner of the mattress. He didn't get my back square on the mattress.
Yeah.
And I couldn't move my neck. And I was like not paralyzed, but I couldn't move. And my mom came in. I was fucking losing it. I was like scared. I was more scared that I couldn't move like my shit.
You couldn't move?
I could move like my legs, but like I didn't. It hurt too much to move anything else. He fractured. He actually fractured. I had to wear a stupid ass fucking neck brace. I went to the hospital.
It was a real fracture.
Yeah, and maybe that's why I'm prone to cricks.
Probably.
I'm prone to cricks in my neck.
Probably have a herniated fucking disc or something.
I don't know. I was a kid. Kids are
a bulging disc.
Durable. They bounce back.
Yeah.
But anyway, he did that. And then Fran on Christmas Eve one night, because we would wrestle still.
Christmas Eve, Mikey got his fucking shit split.
Yo, we would, you know, they used to live upstairs at the shop, 3 stories, right? So the first floor of Rebel is the shop. The second story is living quarters, right? Like, and they had bedrooms on the 3rd floor, but it was just like their bedrooms. So we'd go up there and fuck off. Yeah. So all the grown-ups and shit would be downstairs doing old people shit on Christmas Eve. We'd be hype.
Eggnogging.
We'd be hype and we'd go up there and wrestle. And I like was up there with him, but I wasn't in this particular altercation. So
you weren't in the match.
Not in that match, no. I was like sweating and whatever.
He turned it into a handicap match.
Bro. All I remember is Mikey taking some kind of like rough thing from Fran. And they were about the same size at the time, but Fran was the older cousin.
How old was Mikey at this time?
Dude, I'd have to ask him. I want to say 12, 13, 12.
Oh, okay.
So I just see Mikey pop up from whatever maneuver it was. And I didn't know he had got hurt until he lifted his arm up. And it was like, and his arm was like fucking, and he looked at it and was like, and he started crying and he ran downstairs. He like lifted it up and held it and ran downstairs. My God. Yeah, nah, the shit was fucking like a noodle.
Like some shit you see on fucking.
So Fran ruined Christmas.
Oh my God. Yeah. I remember one time Platinum got powerbombed.
Nice.
We were young. This is when I lived in North Wildwood. Mm-hmm. I lived on 23rd Street and there was this kid that lived on 24th Street. This huge fucking Leviathan of a fucking human.
He was a Titan.
Oh my God. And he was, I think, like was a little...
he a teen Titan?
He was a little off, so he had extra strength.
What kind of strength do they call that?
You know.
Yeah, he had that.
Yeah. And he was way bigger than us. Heavy set, thick, like just a fucking, like a corn-fed like kid. Yeah. And he was probably my cousin's age, but me and my cousin were
Plat.
Okay. Plat. And we were down at the park on 23rd Street, where the skate park is. They have a skate park there now, the hockey rink and the basketball courts, and then the park. And then there's like this soccer field, or it's like I think it's a soccer field. And we were over there. We called the kid Cottage Cheese. That was his name. We still call him Cottage Cheese when we refer to him. And
why?
Why he just looked like a pig? Like, you know them big ass pigs?
Yeah.
Like a potbelly pig or whatever, standing straight up. That's what he looked like.
But why cottage cheese? You don't make cottage cheese from pigs.
Because he was gross.
Oh, okay.
He was like
he's disgusting.
A dirtball fucking.
There's always one of them in every neighborhood.
Yeah, you know, when you're a kid, you know.
Yeah.
So cottage cheese.
Like a Texas Chainsaw character. Like from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It just reminds me of the dude that was
like the Hills Have Eyes. It was more like that.
Yeah. Or what? Oh, the Hills Have Eyes? Yeah. Oh my God.
So we called him Cottage Cheese. We're down at the park at the soccer field. Me, him, and Cottage Cheese. And we're just like picking on him and shit. But he was way bigger, stronger, just dumber though. You know what I mean? So we would always like, but he like not hung out with us, but we would see him there all the time, and we were acquainted with each other.
Yeah.
And so Cottage Cheese gets a hold of my cousin and literally fucking bends him down just like Tom did with you. Flipped him up, put his like legs right here, and just fucking like legitimately power bombed him, like where he drops down and spreads his legs and just slams him in between.
Oh no, he did like a sitting power bomb.
Yeah, a real fucking power bomb. And the kid is huge, you know. So fucking, and I'm just sitting there watching. It was like watching a tidal wave. Like you just see it building,
you can't do anything about it.
And I'm watching it, and he just power bombed my older cousin. So I'm like, fuck. So Plat gets up. He's like, oh.
He lumped his head up.
He's crying and shit.
Wow.
Crying Ryan. He's crying and shit. And he turns around and just socks him in the face.
Oh, he punched him.
Yeah, he got him. And I don't even know if it phased the kid. It was like one of them like.
Yeah.
And they look back at you, and we just took off. And then one time, Cottage Cheese got stuck in the marsh.
He's too big.
At the same playground. Yeah. There's like a marsh out back.
Okay.
And I don't know. We were so young, but he got stuck in the marsh, and he was gonna die.
Did you help him?
Yeah, we got him out of the marsh.
You guys are heroes.
We saved his life.
Did you throw a rope? Did you lasso him?
No, I think we got like wood.
Hardwood?
Yeah, like a lumber, and fucking brought it out to him.
He crawled his big ass away.
Yeah, to like, dude, his legs were like this big.
That's so crazy.
Fucking, he was probably 14, 12 or something.
After we record, I want to know his government. I want to know.
I don't know his name.
Really?
I don't know his name.
Cottage
Sean,
Cheese,
I think.
If you're out there.
And then there was this kid, Piglet. No, yeah.
I know a Piglet.
Not that Piglet.
Okay.
No, not him. His name was fucking Chuck. Yeah, Chuck. It was this other kid, Chris. So where I live, this is when I lived on 26th Street. We're playing fucking throw ups, like with the football. You know, you just throw it behind you. Whoever catches it runs. Fucking. Yeah. So this kid, he was older. He was this other kid that lived there in the same like complex as me, his older brother, but he was fucked in the head, like just like emo-y, like real, like leave him alone, kind of like just dark. You know what I mean? A dark kid. And this other kid that lived there named, can I just say names?
I feel like who cares? People probably be hyped to hear their name on here.
People would know these people.
Yeah.
Dan Chester.
That, I'm sorry if he ever hears this. That's such a bad name. Oh, that's so
and he walked on his tippy toes.
It just sounds like someone who molests people. Wow. Like if you're, I know it's not him and it's not something he does.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's just a bad name to have because I don't know him. You know.
But yeah, so he gets the ball.
Yeah,
and he's running, and he actually scores. Like makes it to the end.
Yeah,
and he's like. He's celebrating, woo, spikes the ball. And this kid, Chuck Piglet, comes up, grabs him by his throat. Grabs him by his throat like this and picks him up and choke slams him on the fucking concrete, on the sidewalk. And he's like, choke slam by the Undertaker. Platinum was there for that too. You gotta when we bring him on, we'll have him fucking run through that one. And the kid's like out of breath, like aired out on the ground, like, and we're like, "Yo, Chuck, you can't."
He killed him.
Chuck slammed people on concrete. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god!
But there's always this like big dude from the neighborhood.
He wasn't even like. He was just older, but he's not a big dude. He was tall, but like skinny and lanky, but he just was older, and we're like fucking 80 pounds maybe or whatever. He just chokeslammed the shit out of him.
I mean, like as a kid growing up, right? There's always like for me, like there's like mythological people that exist that you just never see them, but you hear about them. Like, like, so I grew up
like John Henry.
No, like, I don't know if you might know this guy.
You know John Henry?
I know
the railroad guy,
Mark Henry,
the dude who built the railroad, where he's fucking
with the oxen,
racing that
ox?
machine.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, there's this dude. In my world, it was always like a dude who like you didn't want to run into, like a big scary bully kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I've never met this dude. I know he's a real dude. I know he exists because people that I know him and whatever. But he was older than me or whatever, and I heard these crazy stories, right? So one of them, first of all, they always got a crazy ass name. Dude's name is Balky. Do you know Balky?
No.
All right, so just imagine
that sounds like
a massive dude, right? So the story was
sounds like a Viking.
Wait, so the story was that this dude,
Balky,
back by the S turn, got into a fight with some kid, and he fucking.
Balky got into a fight
with some kid, and he beat him up, and he had him on the ground, grabbed him by his cheek, and ripped his cheek off. That was the story. And I don't know if that really happened or not. But there's always like these mythological creatures from your neighborhood that you just hear about. And with a name like that, and everybody said, "Oh, he's huge," and he rips his face off. Never met Balky, and I got into the crowds of messy criminals and like bad people that would do that, and I still never ran into him. And I don't know. I know he existed, but I'm sure someone else had to have heard that story.
Dude, you got to track down Balky.
I don't know if I want to.
He was probably gone.
Nah, I'm sure he's around ripping faces off somewhere. Maybe he's in prison. Who knows?
He ripped his
dude. Can you imagine what kind of maniac it takes to do that?
Tore it, ripped the whole.
No, he grabbed it like raw, just gripped it up. Yeah, gripped it up and pulled it off the dude's face. Oh my God. Right? So you hear stories like that, and I'm always like, I never ran into the guy. They always got some crazy fucking nickname too, like there's some dude named 10-foot.
I heard of that person.
Yeah, no, he's real, and he's not 10 foot tall. He's tall. I know. I've seen him. He exists. He never ripped a cheek off anyone. Sure, he's a nice guy. I never met him personally.
10 foot.
Yeah, but there's always these like big people, right? Like
I've heard that person.
Like I'm not gonna say the full name, but Ryan's older brother.
Yeah,
big motherfucker.
Yeah,
dude was huge. Actually had firsthand encounters with that man.
Yeah,
he was a big guy. So, but there's always
he lived up to the legend, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah,
he did. I gotta give him. I gotta give him props, dude.
He's a tough
listen,
dude.
There was like 15 of us though, so we put the work on him, but it took a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then he came back and like broke my mom's window in the van, and then we were like fucking with his grandmom's. It was like a back and forth thing.
Yeah,
it was just not.
We've had a couple of them.
Don't need to get into them.
You always up the ante.
Right, you keep one upping. Yeah. I do want to, because just for continuity, I want to keep the list.
All right, go.
I've been wanting to bring this up to you since the last week, Kev, and this is going to be our little conspiracy segment for tonight.
Okay.
Have you heard of Project Bluebeam?
I've heard of it. I've heard the name.
Do you know what it is?
No.
So.
Did you are you well versed in Project Bluebeam? Okay.
Nah. But I've heard enough things about it to give you the gist. And then, I'll send you on a little rabbit hole trail and you can dig on your own. My neck is so stiff.
Yeah, I could tell just by the way you're side-eyeing me all night. Just like this.
Let me hit you with this right here. Is this better?
Yeah, there you go.
So Project Bluebeam allegedly is a government project where they're doing research into holograms, the ability to project things into like reality and it appear real to people. Let's just say you're in Philadelphia or New York or something, and you were to project a city floating above the city on an island, right? Like some Mario shit or something. It would look real. Right. And so the thoughts are.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Are they using the kind of technology that like a projector, like how we think of it, like a movie projector?
I think there's more to the project, right? So
it could be like a little floating sphere that emits
the way that they do it. I don't think a lot of people really are well versed on, but what it sounds like to me is,
anybody out there that knows about Project Bluebeam,
We want to
send
know
a
more.
link or something.
But we can do our own.
Yeah,
we can
I'll
dig a little
definitely-
bit.
definitely will.
But so here's where dots start getting connected, and this is what I want to bring up to you.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
So I did see a chart or a map actually, and it had
The flat Earth map.
no.
Okay.
Let me get the whole thing.
Okay.
out. You're coming quick tonight. Jumping the gun here, buddy.
That happens
Keep your
sometimes.
nut.
Everybody comes quick once in a while.
Well, that's why you got to get a bidet because you get yourself phased up a little bit.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right. So listen. So the map it was the world map, right? So they just, it wasn't a flat Earth map. It was the globe, but they flattened it out so you could see all the bodies of land. And what they did was they put dots for every single UFO sighting that's ever been reported.
Okay.
That's documented, which, some probably get reported that aren't documented. But when someone calls in and is freaked out, they saw something. Okay, it's documented. All the dots were basically U.S. territories or United Nation allies. There wasn't any in Russia pretty much at all.
That's not true.
Well, I'm telling you about the map I saw.
It's a bullshit map.
Well, Kev,
I know of things that are Russian.
Maybe there was some in Russia. I don't have the map in front of me.
Name anything that Russia fucking lets us know.
Listen to me. There's a lot of places where there's no reports at all, but the 90% of them are in the U.S. What I'm trying to say here is if
it's
Project
the fluoride.
It could be Project Bluebeam. It could be. I'm just saying hypothetically it could be. Okay, it could be that. Right? So people have said, and I'm just repeating what I've heard. I'm not an authority on this, but I've heard people say that the airplanes going into the Twin Towers, if you watch some videos of them from back then, from 2001 or whatever, right? There's a wing on one of the planes that crosses in front of a building and then crosses behind it. So they're saying that those planes were actually Project Bluebeam projections, and the explosions you saw were actual explosives inside the building.
I believe there were, from what I have seen,
weird videos.
No, there were bombs that went off.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say, I know that, but we don't need to dissect 9/11. Everyone knows. What I'm trying to say is,
I get it.
That the planes could have been. So when then we get into UFOs, right? That's where I'm going with this. They could quite literally paint a picture in the sky of whatever they want, and it's going to look real.
If that's real.
If that's real, which we need to do research on.
They definitely could. You can take a video of nothing and put CGI in there and make it.
Did you ever see that video
Look like something.
of the kids in a gym and they made a hologram of a whale breaching and splashing down?
Yeah.
How real did that look? How long ago did that video come out?
I don't even know.
So if that's public technology that we can look at and they can do that to a gymnasium full of kids.
Absolutely. But this is where shit like experts come into play. Because anybody that sees that gym video or any tampered with footage, you can like adjust the contrast and stuff like that and see where it's like cropped in from around the outside of the image. You can also, you're a big fan of metadata, see if the video
I
is
love
ever
metadata.
I know you don't.
Look at me.
I know.
Me and metadata,
Fuck.
we're engaged.
You are. But I'm saying there's ways to find out, even photographs, if they've been tampered with. Old photographs.
I love that you're saying this part because simulation theory people will take a picture of the sky with their phone and then fuck with the levels a bunch and like the contrast, the saturation, everything. And eventually it gets to a point where it looks like a computer chip. There's like circuitry and wires in the sky.
Of course it does.
Have you seen that?
Because you want to why?
Because you're using a phone.
It's digital.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that too.
The screen you're looking at is digital.
Yeah.
The camera you're using to take the picture is
simulation
digital.
people, you know.
Even if you look, what I think is cool is like when you look at like the inside of a computer, it looks like a city. like a bird's eye view of a city.
It actually does.
It's just
as above, so below.
It's cool looking.
I saw this video of people at the beach going in and out of the water, and they looked a lot like bacteria. Like
I just saw that. Did you send that to me?
I might have. I might not have.
What I wanted to know was what were they on? Boats?
Nah, they were at the beach going in and out of the water. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did look like a little petri dish of.
You listen to BLP Kosher?
Amoeba.
Every time I say water, I think water.
He says that?
He goes water. It's like a Florida thing.
Water.
Yeah, they go water. Yeah. You're a Florida jet.
I did live in Florida.
Low key a Florida jet.
I'm not a Florida jet.
You were a little jet.
I was like 17 at the time, yeah.
That's a jet.
I wasn't an adult.
Once you're 18, you're no longer a jet. Jets are kids.
Florida boy.
Yeah, Florida
Shout
man.
out to Jerry.
No, Kev, you've evolved into Florida man.
Yeah. Tampa boy.
I've
Tampa
seen
man.
you evolve into Florida man personally. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
That's going to be an exciting episode.
We got to really get that going.
Well, we're going to have Pete on first.
That's official. We're announcing
it. Chief Pete.
He's coming on.
He's coming. We're gonna make him come. Me and Kev are gonna make Pete come.
Oh my God!
Right, and we're gonna make him do an episode. Make him come.
Let's make him come.
Did you want to touch on any more about the?
The only thing I think is cool. Well, not the only thing, but about like the Philadelphia project.
Okay.
I know you know about that.
Oh
one
yeah,
a little bit.
I do.
That's wild. But see, I gotta like research things because
I think humans are weirder than you
I'm
think.
not the kind of person where I go and watch the video of all the people saying it's true and not watch the opposite. Like I watch both sides.
As you should.
Yeah. Just like with Flat Earth. Like I've watched the people who believe it, and then I watch the videos of them debunking it. Just to see what each one's really holding on to. And this pilot says, no, we don't adjust for the curvature ever, never. It's flat like a pancake. I just saw that the other day. Like, okay, I just like you're saying, no, if it is, there would be more people that say. There'd be a fucking pilot from anywhere in the world, and he would say, listen, this is...
Here's what I
don't know how much you would have to adjust to the curvature.
I am not a flat earther, but I don't believe anything NASA says. So
NASA is fucked.
So here's my problem. I do think the flat earth people are on to something. I'm not saying we don't live in a globe. I just don't think it's described. I
do
think,
love the map. I know I said that before.
Kev,
I think it is a way to make it work. Like put the North Pole at the fucking.
There's a clear reason why information is being withheld from us, because knowledge is power. And if we knew more about ourselves and our origin and everything like that, we wouldn't be able to be as easily oppressed. Now, I'm not saying anything biblical here.
True.
I'm saying the earth is misdescribed by NASA and by scientists. I'm not saying it's not a globe. I'm not saying the earth's flat. I'm just saying I don't trust NASA, and I don't know why. What are they hiding? That's my problem. What are they hiding? Now that we're done talking about conspiracies, I want to move into the next bullet point, Kev. Are you ready for this one?
Tom got you locked in on the structure, and I actually like it because
isn't it fire?
Yeah, it does.
Like, it keeps things on track.
There's no law.
Well, I get excited about each topic, and then we spin off into a branch off to something else. Mm-hmm. But I also I like to fancy myself the prepared one, even though I wrote these before we started, as I was here and not prepared at all.
Right.
It just makes me feel like it gives me something to do.
Yeah, it just
gives us a dynamic, right? I read a bullet point and then we get into it.
Yeah. What's the next one?
I'm just gonna read you what I wrote.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna
read me what you wrote.
I'm gonna read you what I wrote, and then I'm gonna
read it.
I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
I'm going to say it out loud, and then you're just going to, I want you to react. Almost like when you freestyle and someone throws you words.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
You want me to say the first word that comes to mind?
Let me hear what you're gonna say.
No, you read it and I'll say the first word.
Right,
that comes.
You ready? Gravy Randy.
Jesus God.
Gravy
fucking
Randy.
The gravy train. He's a fucking the gravy train express.
He may have done anything for gravy.
He guzzles fucking gravy.
Wait, so we need to paint a picture. We need to give backstory.
Bro,
give context.
I just remember.
Tell me what you remember about Gravy Randy.
We picked him up, didn't we?
We picked him up, but it was like an hour away.
Yeah, it was like Woodbine.
He made it sound like it was going to be some easy mission.
Yeah.
Too. He's like, oh, I'm right around the corner. I'd love to make it to a meeting.
Yeah. And we picked him up in fucking Woodbine, which is nothing wrong with Woodbine. It's just far from where we were going and far from where we were. It was
not convenient. We need to pick him up, take him down, and then take him home and then drive back down.
For gravy.
Yeah, fucking guy.
I don't know how we...
I'll tell you how.
Okay.
I forget
how we got into why he loves gravy.
We were going to, we're in recovery at the time, going to a non-specific 12-step recovery meeting because I can't say it. I don't want to break any traditions.
Yeah.
So we picked this guy up because we're trying to do the right thing. And after we dropped him off, we didn't ever discover what it was that he was hooked on. Like, what was his DOC? What was his drug of choice? We didn't know. Yeah. We're like, what the fuck do you think he's here for? And he had mentioned on the ride home, he was real excited to get home and like eat some meal. And they had this specific kind of gravy.
Yeah.
I think it was brown, like powdered gravy or something.
Yeah, just out of the fucking packet.
Yeah, you just mix it with water and microwave it or something. But he was hyped for it. And we're like, oh yeah, he's probably fucking hooked on gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
and we went all the way in with that.
Dude was sucking dick for gravy.
Sucking dick for gravy. Everything. He bathes in gravy.
Bro's got an addiction. He's got a hunger. He can't be filled.
He's got a gravy-shaped hole in his heart.
Even God couldn't fill it. That's so
it's just always changing.
It's just gravy. He's got that fucking McCormick loud pack. You know the one.
Yeah.
Just rip that
flicking
top off.
Yeah,
flicking the gravy. Taking bumps on the way to the meeting. Hitting God. That gravy. That shit was so funny.
That's the brown. He's off the brown.
His booty hole's brown.
His whole body was brown.
From eating gravy. Yeah. Bro's skin turned gravy color.
Oh my God.
He's consumed too much gravy. Actually,
gravy lotion. He's just rubbing gravy.
He distilled some gravy, made gravy wine. Bro was hooked on gravy.
It's disgusting.
It's crazy. He smelled like gravy too. It was crazy.
Great guy.
Awesome guy.
Great guy. Always had a smile.
But every word that came out of his mouth was gravy this, gravy that. He had a kid. He named it Gravy.
He'd be waiting for the new gravy to come out.
Yeah, that new shit. That unreleased shit. He's like, my man in New York.
This one's got adobo in it. It's great. You go and get this out to the border.
This shit is pre-seasoned.
The Cajun gravy.
He's like, yo, I just got my homie just got a shipment of gravy from Iran. Like, what?
That Afghan
like,
gravy.
It's the most pure gravy you can get. It's uncut gravy.
They don't even sift it.
Nah,
it's just fucking.
They pluck the gravy plants from the field. Like, where does he think gravy comes from?
They mash his gravy up in like one of them fucking the medicine bowls.
Yeah, yeah. He's smuggling gravy into prison up his ass.
Oh my God.
Like Mark with the gloves.
Oh my.
Packing gloves full of gravy powder.
Mark, God bless his soul.
This shit was so funny though. I just thought it was so like last episode or we're talking about that dude who sucked both of our dicks. And I really want
we didn't say his name. Right?
No, I said it to you on the phone today. But Gravy Randy came up. Yeah.
God bless Gravy Randy. I'm sure he's doing really good.
I've seen him a few times since then pop in and out.
Is he still on the gravy?
Yeah, he's still on the gravy.
Yeah.
Can't get it off his mind. First thing he says, he'll put his hand up and be like, I'm gravy. I mean, and then he'll say his name, Randy, you know.
I'm Randy. I like gravy.
Yeah.
I like gravy.
See, one time I killed a guy for some gravy. So the day after Thanksgiving, gravy's the best. He's really after that, you know.
All his children are like live birthed in gravy.
He's got a swimming pool filled with gravy for the summer when it's hot.
A kiddie pool.
Kiddie.
Just sits in puts his lawn chair in there. Yeah. Just sits in the gravy.
Got a little mashed potato island in the middle.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like a volcano.
Yeah.
The gravy going down. Oh goodness.
It's just so funny. I'm gonna jump right into the next bullet point. That was not supposed to be a long one. Okay, let's talk about how you want to do that shirtless podcast.
You put that on it.
Well, no, what I wrote was Kev Deadass wants to do a shirtless pod.
I think we should.
I think you should, and I'll wear sunglasses.
Bro, you got a lot of artwork under there. A lot of money's worth of artwork.
Yeah. No.
Show them the
this
artwork.
ain't the place. Mm. Not for me.
I don't really want to do a shirtless podcast.
I think you should.
Just sit here with my fucking yitties out. Just everybody's gonna throw up.
I'll just put because we'll Photoshop different shirts on you through the whole episode. Like just have shit super.
We gotta get a green screen behind me and we'll just put on fucking
get a green screen.
A green screen.
All right. I do want to tell you, I got some new sayings I've been saying.
Okay.
So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll be talking to someone and they're talking me back. And then mid-sentence, I'll look at them and say, and yours. They say, and yours, you know.
What do they say?
Usually they're confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah. I like to do that. I like to say things that throws people off, you know.
I love the look at me.
Yeah, mid-sentence. Look at me.
Oh my God. I start talking to somebody and it's the best when they're not actually looking at you.
Because you command them.
Yeah, but even when they're looking at you or we're talking and they look away look at me and then you just keep rattling on with what you're saying. Mm-hmm. They always whip their head around like, what the fuck?
If you really, really want to put your pinky down, you can say, look at me when I'm talking and then go right into it. And then they're all dumbfounded and feeling disrespected, but you're on to the next topic.
What's another one I like?
Let me let you finish. Yeah. I'll say, you'll be talking. I'll be like, hold on a minute. All right. Let me let you finish. Go ahead.
Because now whatever they say is literally, you've allowed them, to say
it's all about
what they're saying.
It's all about controlling the situation.
Yeah, your environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to
exert dominance.
Manifest what you want.
You just cut them off. Hold on.
I love the hello when I'm wet.
For no reason.
Anybody who's ever been tattooed by me gets hit with the hello.
It sounds like you're on the phone.
And yeah, because I'll just be tattooing them in the zone. I go, hello? And they I don't look at them.
Yeah, you can't. It can't. You're not saying hello
to them. So
they
look at me and I'm just or sometimes I will look. I'll be quiet, 1 second on the phone.
Yeah.
And then I just go on. And then a bunch of people, I'll be like, oh, I see it. And I hang up with clicking my, my neck.
What do they do?
And they just look they're looking. They're looking in my ears to see if I have a Bluetooth thing, like Mark when he thought he was fucking the super contractor.
Yeah, yep.
And and I'll be like, what's wrong? What's up? They're like, were you on? I'm like, yeah, I was on the phone with my mom or whoever. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, I got the new Bluetooth that goes in your ear. You can't see it.
Yeah.
And I get them all. Most of them.
If you're just confident and you don't smile, people believe anything. I say all kinds of shit to people.
Oh yeah.
I'll just make things up on the spot when someone's and a lot of times I'll always wrap myself out after. I'll be like, nah, I just made that up. But it sounded good, right? And they're like, yeah, I thought it was for real.
Yeah.
But if I forget to do that, people just think I'm a liar.
I like when my friends are on FaceTime.
Oh yeah,
and they go into
the drive-through,
into the drive-through,
you love that.
into the store, and the cash register, and then the cat you'll be paying, and the lady will be like, "Oh, it's blah 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 and 75 cents." I'm like, "Tell her to shut the fuck up."
Yeah, I know.
We both do that. What a fucking piece of shit. And you're in this situation where you're looking at her like I'm sorry. Like,
yeah. Well, we both do that. I've gotten you with that.
Oh yeah.
You've got me with that.
Especially when you're in the car and it's coming through the speaker.
Yeah. Tell that bitch I said shut the fuck up.
And they just gotta be like,
you know what? I've hit you with this one before. You'd be in the drive-thru and I'd be like, tell them I said they can spit on it.
Dunkin'.
Or some dumb shit like that.
The Dunkin' drive-thru.
Wait, can we talk about how Dunkin's fallen from grace?
It is.
Their coffee sucks ass anymore.
Mm-hmm. I still get it.
You know I like coffee, Kev.
Oh shit.
You know I like coffee. You see the coffee tat? That's a coffee cup.
That's funny because I like pizza and UFOs.
You got a UFO sucking pizza up its ass.
A slice of pizza up its ass.
Up its ass sideways.
I'm do.
Gonna fart.
And what I oh my fucking God.
I've succeeded where you failed, Kev.
Yo. Oh my fucking God. I love how you pen it down just like
No, I'm going to stand up. Yeah.
It's like salad fingers when he's putting people in the oven.
Jeremy Fisher.
What the fuck was I even saying? Oh. Brain's got to poop. So fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
That was you, by the way. Just for everyone listening.
That was not
Kev
me. You
farted.
can see the video.
Oh, we'll see if
him shitting on his mic.
Kev did that.
So Dunkin' Donuts falling from grace.
Yeah.
They're not consistent whatsoever.
Oh yeah, no, their coffee sucks now.
Everything there sucks.
Right.
Even the donuts. And that's
Donut Connections got the best.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
But it's just not the same. And even if you ask for a black coffee with 3 stevias, I swear to God, sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's none.
They don't know how to measure.
And sometimes there's 10.
Yeah, they don't know how to measure stevia. It's a new sweetener.
It is a newer.
It's a newer sweetener, Kev. They're not well versed in how to measure that. I know they come in packets, and I know you can say 3.
That's what's insane.
But that's the problem for them.
That's what's in. Everybody's in there has only got fucking 2 fingers on each hand. They can't.
Yeah, they can't rip them. They can't rip them.
No,
off.
they can't count it. How many's 3? They just grab a claw full.
They just see what they get.
Yeah.
No, they throw the packet in the drink. Let the paper just dissolve.
I would say the most consistent coffee, Wawa.
Yeah.
Since I've started drinking coffee, that coffee tastes the same to me.
You've guessed it. Wawa actually
The
might be my
creamer
favorite.
is money.
I love a good Starbucks.
I don't use creamer anymore, but the creamer is good.
I love a good Starbucks, but I can't start my day with a Starbucks. I got to start my day with a Wawa.
Starbucks is so fucking hot, though.
Well, I tell them kids temp.
You can say that?
Yeah, and you can get an iced venti Americano, a venti iced Americano, and you tell them no ice. So this is the funny part. I'm like, let me get a venti iced Americano, and then I'll say, but no ice in it. And they're like, okay. And they know.
They do know, don't they?
And then they give you a lukewarm coffee in a plastic cup. It's big brain, Kev.
That is. They're at the top of the pyramid.
They still charge you $8 for fucking coffee.
That's insane.
Wait, actually, the little the Mike fart incident, the little mishap you had.
No, you did that.
I saw you do it, but I might have did it.
Fucking 3 cameras there. You fucking did it.
Project Bluebeam. That shit ain't real.
That was a hologram.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't
this
me.
whole podcast is
the
a fucking hologram.
government did that to me, and the aliens did it. But no, it rolls right into my last bullet point. And I wrote clients who fart. Oh. So I'm tattooing this fucking guy, right?
Oh my God.
Actually, it's funny. He recently got arrested.
Who?
This client of mine. I'm not gonna say his name.
Just whisper
it. You reworked his chest.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
damn.
Allegedly, he got caught doing some dumb shit. Really nice guy.
He is a very nice guy.
He's super nice. I love him. But I'm going to say, he's laying down. I'm tattooing his leg. And Nia, the shop apprentice, is leaning in having a look.
No.
Now listen. I'm working. But I'm the first to smell it because my face is down near his leg. I know I didn't do it. And I know damn well Nia didn't do it.
She might have.
Nah, she's not capable of producing that type of smell.
Okay.
And she would fess up to me. But she's like such a well-mannered. She wouldn't. She'll go hide. She's like embarrassed. She's not going to fart in front.
Take a step outside.
I'll rip an ass right in front of everyone and be like, whoops.
You just did it.
That wasn't me. That was you. That was the chair.
Yeah.
But I knew the chair would do that, so I wanted to play it like I
yeah.
You know.
Just.
But no, so I smell it and I look up and Nia was like leaning in, like looking when it happened. And I felt so bad for her.
Oh, it was right in her face.
So it was basically like he farted in her face, right? And I looked up at Nia and I went, and she was like,
could he see?
She gave me the same face right back. She's like,
was it audible?
No.
Oh.
Silent but deadly. So Kev, I call people out on shit. I'm like, I go, damn, smells like somebody farted. And the dude goes, but didn't claim it.
Like Beavis and Butthead?
No, but he didn't claim it. So then I looked around, I'm like, I wonder who farted. He just grabs his water. We're like taking a break now because I'm like letting it air out. And I'm like, man, Fran must have ran through here real quick, did a drive-by or something.
You were really giving it to him.
I'm like, look at him, waiting. I gave him so many chances. Just like whatever he got in trouble for, he probably could have owned it. But he's taking it to trial. You know, he took that fart to trial, Kev.
Hey, man.
You know,
that's
not the
good
first time.
and bad because when you take it to trial, you
might
found guilty. You get a bigger penalty for sure.
But
they throw the book.
When I was thinking about it, though, it's not the first time. Look, some clients.
I had a guy do that.
When you're laying there, you're going through a lot of pain, and maybe one slips out. Whoops, you can't move. You're laying there. Maybe you got a loose butthole.
I've done it.
You've done it? Probably around a friend who you're comfortable with.
I did it in front of a client.
Oh, no, I fart in front of my clients. I'm saying being the client on the table, I feel like it's
that's
disrespectful.
The power dynamic is so
you're different. In my house. I fart when I want.
Like if I'm about to get surgery, I'm not gonna. I don't care how nervous I am. I'm not gonna fart on the surgeon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or if he's about to stick me with a needle, I'm not
right
gonna do anything to upset him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this one guy, I went and looked it up on the camera. So I'm tattooing him.
Like you caught a ghost on camera. Like you see a little kid run by.
Just me and him.
Yeah.
And I walk out of my little station. He walks out and he goes just maybe 6 feet away. And I think I went into like a different station.
Yeah.
And then we both come back into the room pretty much at the same time. I'm like, I know I didn't shit myself. You know what I mean? So I was like, what the fuck? So I'm sitting there in the room with the guy taking a break, and I go on my phone and I look at the security camera. And I see him when we split off like this.
Yeah.
He farts.
Does he lift leg?
He shakes it. He shook it out. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then came back in. And then he did it again.
He shook his leg.
I didn't say nothing. I captured the video. I'll show you after this.
I would love to see it.
I wish I could like blur his face out and show everybody.
Dude, we need to figure that kind of shit out. I think we need to. Some of the stuff we talk about needs to be. There needs to be a visual.
Yeah. Yeah.
We really do need that.
Like the turtle.
I had a guy. He's a friend now. Me and Pete tattoo him a bunch. He moved away to a really nice place. He wants us to fly out and tattoo him out there and stuff. He's really cool. But like, I never called him out on this. But I remember one time he like walked through, and I had like Nia, and I was tattooing some girl, and there was another girl that was friends with her. So it was like a room full of girls. And the dude like came out and was like, I don't know if he probably wasn't really trying to rizz anybody up, but he was like trying to be like smooth and talk and be cool. And he definitely farted and everybody smelled it. Everybody. They were all like, what the fuck?
How do you know it's him if there's so many people?
Nah, he's the only other one that came through. And all the girls that were there were like, he fucking farted. Like I was in the back getting water. I wasn't out there with them. I was like in the back and making a K-cup or getting water or something. And I came back out. I was like, oh my God. Stinks.
Fuck?
And he's back out in the front, like
that takes some gall.
chatting it up. Well, then we were all talking about it. He never claimed it. And
you put it on blast.
We were like, damn, somebody farted. And like all the girls are like,
I'm not claiming it in that situation.
I'll walk out and be like, yo, somebody farted. Which one of you girls did it? Like, I make people uncomfortable. I don't care. And none of them were claiming it. I could tell when I looked into their souls, it wasn't them.
They're almost like mortified.
Yeah, you would know. They'll turn red if they did it.
Like scared.
Like, girls will get all nervous and turn red if like you call them out.
For farting?
Yeah, like, and it really was them. They won't be able to hide it. They'll get all nervous, right? So this dude is out front chatting it up, laughing up a storm, and we're all like knowing that he farted.
Out front, like in Pete's station?
Yeah, your old station. Yeah. Wait, can we talk before, because we're almost at the hour mark and we're going to be shutting it down. We need to talk about this week coming up. When this episode drops, which maybe we'll drop it early.
That'd be cool.
We should give them a treat. We should
a Friday drop?
A Friday drop, Friday morning.
Okay.
Because we're going to be working the tattoo convention in Wildwood.
Yeah.
We're going to be busy all weekend.
Let's do it.
We'll drop this Friday, and anyone listening should absolutely show up. Come to the Wildwood Convention Center.
Yeah.
Come say what's up.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Come see us. We'll make you come.
What are you doing there?
I'm going to be doing a front panel on a dude that I tattooed from Philly. And
the whole thing?
Yeah, we're going to do the whole thing. Yeah. Okay. And which is really cool is I was like not sure. So I got my back done in 3 days at a convention. I got my front done in 3 days at a convention. I know as a client, it's really tough to sit through.
Fuck.
But as a client, I always look at the artist at the end and be like, you got fucking laser focus, dude. Mm-hmm. How did you do that? Because I know how mentally taxing it is to do a long session, let alone three in a row. And the front panel skin is not that easy to work with. So I was kind of...
Is he fit or is he...
He's not fat. He's not super muscular, but you know, it'll be fine. Okay. But I tested myself out. I had two people who wanted 3-day pieces. And just this last 3 days that I was working, I worked on one piece and was able to finish it in 3 days. It was a full back. So I know I can do it.
That was a good one. I like that one.
Thank you.
I popped in on that one.
You did. You brought little Kev as a birthday king.
Yep.
That was cool. So
what?
Yeah.
So was that one just it wasn't like a Reaper. It was just a skull.
No, it was a Reaper. Oh, it was a Reaper holding an hourglass.
Yeah.
We didn't get the scythe in there, but like it didn't need it.
I think that's what my guy wants.
What? So tell me what are you doing?
He wants like a Reaper. Excuse me. Like a Reaper skull, real big.
Yeah.
And then like with the hood and everything, and then like a skeleton hand.
Okay.
Like coming out.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
3 days, big piece.
3 days, big piece, full back. Nice. He's not a huge like dude, so it's not. You know, I think it's doable. But he does have something at the top. He's got his last name at the top.
They always got something in the way. Like my guy, if he didn't have that compass on his top right shoulder, the whole shit would have been way cooler.
If I have time, my plan is if I have time, I'm going to do the whole thing and then redo that.
Especially if you're put in the competition.
Right.
It would be good to have it redone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if my guy's going to sit good to finish. Maybe, hopefully.
It's just if I redo it, then it counts towards me. Like you did. It goes into...
And I feel like judges have the ability to say, oh, that's old. We're not judging that. I hope so. Maybe don't redo it. I don't know.
I'm going to say...
My thoughts
because it's straight across the top, so it's like, it still frames it in even. Like, it's not like what you did where the one is just kind of like...
If you were putting it in the heeled full back competition, I would say rework it. If you're putting it in the best of the day or best of the show, don't.
I want to design it so that I can compete it every day. I want to have it at 3
like pieces
sections.
That's cool. That's a good idea.
That kind of like, as you build it, it's like the first day when it's done, it could be its own thing. The second day when it's done, it could be either that's its own thing, or I don't know if they'll incorporate both. Probably not. And then the third day, the whole day, or the whole best of show thing, it could be, the whole thing will be done.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's exciting. I wish your booth was closer to ours. I don't know where it's at, but you're always some random sprinkled spot, and we're some random sprinkled spot whenever we're next to each other.
Well, your spots aren't random. You're always near the stage.
Well,
excuse me.
We used to be. Last year we weren't, so I don't know. They tucked us in the backlash. I don't know where we're going to end up. I haven't seen the floor plan yet. But
remember the one convention when you saw...
Up his ass.
You saw his light. You know that guy broke his leg?
He lost his leg.
Oh, I think,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Rip his leg, man.
So this guy... Rip his leg. This guy, tattoo artist, was doing like suspension, like with the hooks. And
that shit gives me the skivats, dude. I can't.
Brian's booth was right next to where they were doing all this shit. The suspension swinging back and forth. And this guy is hooked up, I think, on his back.
He was from his dick.
No, he wasn't.
I couldn't even get that out. But just swinging dicks.
Just like crazy. Spinning.
Bro, I couldn't even say it, but I was laughing before I said it.
No, so he's swinging from his back. He's got 2 hooks in his back.
It was his back.
And you were tattooing, right?
Yeah.
So Bry's tattooing, but facing where it is, but his head's down. So he's not really seeing what's going on. He knows what's going on. But so the dude's wearing shorts and no t-shirt, obviously, because he's swinging. And he starts like pulling his ass out and like sitting up like this.
Flashing.
So you can see like his asshole. So I'm like, yo, Bry, look. And right at like perfect time, he's swinging down. He goes up like this, pulls his asshole out, and his asshole is in line with
his mouth.
Brian's eyes and is in perfect line with his mouth. And Brian's seen what I
saw a light.
I don't know what you would call that though. Like,
imagine the Great Pyramid.
That's
how it's lined up.
That's
the King's
Project
Chamber.
Bluebeam.
Dude, that's Project Brown Beam. I saw Project Brown Beam.
That was Project Brown
like
Beam.
the pyramids, the King's Chamber is lined up with the North Star or whatever. Like perfectly, you look through the chamber and you can see the stars. I saw Orion's belt. I looked through his ass, out his mouth, and saw Orion's center belt star. That shit was crazy.
That was great.
Oh man, that was wild, dude. Nah, but this year is going to be a good show. It's always a fun time.
Yeah.
So people should come. We want you to come. Also, don't forget, if you do take a impressive shit, take a picture and send it to Kev.
Please don't.
Please do. All right, Kevbo.
Done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Yeah. All right. Good night.
It's always so weird, right?
It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. I don't want to end it. I like talking.
I know.
All right. That's it.
Getting dicks, right? Getting dicks, right?
Every dick on the block is mine. Every dick on the block is mine. Every dick block. Every dick block. The block
Dicks, right?
the block
Dicks, right?
Cut for sound?